Boom, bitch, we live. Sorry for swearing like that. What up, though, Nate Ghost? My man already in the building said, let's get it. Yo, we never got confirmation, man. Is that McCaffrey in your picture, in your profile picture? That's super dope, bro. Looks like you're on the sideline too. That was a super dope experience, bro. It's like I don't really want to say he's like one of my favorite players, but he's definitely like up there. Dude definitely can ball. But shit, guys, this is gonna be an MMA show. I'm gonna be joined by a couple other MMA podcasters. Again, I mean, you may call them podcasters. I call them powerhouses, man. MMA Island and Life of Jer will be joining us shortly. I don't know where the fuck they at though. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at, baby? In the meantime, Jimmy, time. I might, you know what I'm saying, throw out some invites elsewhere, man, just to kill some time. And honestly, it won't hurt to have a fourth person on the panel, man. I think for the symmetry of the screen, it makes it a little bit better. That's just me personally. I'm picky. with stuff like that. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing either, man. But what up to everybody? We're here to talk some MMA. Again, just waiting on the guests, Life of Jer and MMA Island. I apologize. I'm not on the brain freeze right there. Your boy Easy, you know what I'm saying? Got me a little coffee, you know what I'm saying? Get your boy ready. Got me a little coffee. And I might pour me a little easy juice, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys, you know what I'm saying, tune into the store, get you a little easy juice, you know what I'm saying? No free sponsors. What up, though, Luke? Luke Alexander Kelly. Bonjour to you, my friend. If you guys don't know, Luke is the host of the Empire Podcast, man. What am I talking about? Shit, bro. Honestly, I have no fucking clue. You're good, bro. You're not stupid. Don't say that about yourself. You're a fucking genius. You're not stupid. You're just going off that easy juice. We understand. You know what I'm saying? We understand your pain. Let me check to maybe I'm off. No, these dudes off. Yeah, they're off. But fucking man. I guess I can get into some stuff. You know what else I'll do too is I think I will add a fourth person to the panel. I think I might holler at my step brothers, what do you want to call them, my adopted brothers from the MMA Brothers podcast. It's another great MMA podcast. You guys haven't checked it out. I talked some hoops with them too, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of embarrassed. I've been kind of embarrassed to talk about my Pistons, like other than like, you know what I'm saying, my Detroit little clique, when we're doing our Piston shows and whatnot. No drops yet, maybe a toke. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Panthers going 16-0. Nate Ghost, you tripping, man. Yo, is that Christian McCaffrey in your picture? Is that you and Christian McCaffrey? I can't tell. I'm trying to see. Let me try to see. Guests will be joining us shortly. Again, we're having MMA Island on and Life of Jer on. If you guys aren't familiar with those podcasts, you gotta be familiar with those podcasts. You fuck with me, you gotta know those guys. They're fucking way bigger than me. But speaking of which, let me tap into my bag right quick. Let me pull out. Bam! What up, though, Chris? What up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? Yo, that light behind you is dope. Is that new?
Yeah. I don't use it in my interviews because like I have like a whole setup, right? And then I have like some autographs, so that doesn't fit. But yeah, this is my second studio.
Okay. I feel like you got to find a way to make that fit, man. That's dope. It fits the vibe. You know what I'm saying? MMA Island.
Yeah, thank you. I like the jerseys, by the way, behind you. They're awesome.
Thanks, man. They're all fake. I'm just kidding. What up, though, Jer?
Hey, Jerry, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
How was the midnight shift?
It was good. When I joined right now, it said it's gonna lag for the first second, but it said it should sort itself out though.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're good now. You're not even lagging right now, honestly.
Okay,
all there is. Oh, I thought you had some headphones or some shit like that. Well, shit, fellas. I know you guys have plans to go live, and then Jer and I have plans to go live. What? I mean, obviously we got the card coming up, but what you guys talking about? You know, thinking about talking about? What? Anything else on your mind you want to bring up? Did we start off with first?
For me, I was just really fucking just amped about this card this weekend, bro. Like, there's obviously different things I want to talk about, but like just the fact of not having UFC for 3 weeks now or whatever it is, I was just so amped on this card this weekend that's what my main focus was right now.
Yeah. No, this card's fucking lit. Chris, what's your favorite fight on this card?
I think I have to go with the main event, honestly. Just
Yeah.
Kattar and Holloway, like big names. I'm a big fan of the New England cartel as well. So I've been watching Kattar since his debut, so I'm excited for that fight the most, I would say.
Yeah, the striking out of that camp, bro, is phenomenal. Between like Rob Fine. Sorry, guys, 10 p.m. my time. Rob Fine, and then obviously Calvin Kattar, the fucking Boston finisher. Those guys really. I mean, that fight with Mariah is just fucking amazing. Like, I knew Rob Font was good because obviously he was ranked. We never really got to see him like finish guys at that level because Mariah is a beast. When Rob Font went out there and did that, it was just I put the stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? New England Cartel is here to stay. They're the real deal.
Yeah, for sure. And
Definitely.
I think it's Marlon's third loss in a row, which is crazy too, because he was a top contender, title challenger, then he dropped 3 in a row. That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, I thought he was going to beat Cejudo. I thought that was for sure going to happen. Then I'm like, well, damn, Cejudo's better than I thought, and then Rob's better than I thought. But maybe is Mariah's on a downside, or are all these guys like better?
I mean, he beat Aljo, so like he's definitely up there. Just, I mean, yeah, for the way he beat Aljo, and he beat a Suncow pretty good too. So like he's definitely top 5, I would say.
What were you gonna say, Jer?
I was like, even that Aldo fight though, that was like debatable in itself too. Like I thought Aldo won that fight too. I thought Aldo brought it to him, especially in that last round. But yeah, I think it's just a testament to the bantamweight division, bro. The bantamweight division, to me, like bantamweight and lightweight, are the 2 best divisions in the game, and they're just so stacked. I mean, like 1 through 30. You look at guys ranked 20 to 30, like, oh yeah, like, all those guys can bang too. You know, it's I think it shows a testament to the division. Like anything can happen. Like you said, he beat Sterling like that. You can't take anything away from that. He marked Sterling, and Sterling could be champ coming up, right? So it just shows the division how good it is, and then just the development of the division. You know what I mean? You got like after he won, people always try to like find game plans how to beat guys, right? And kind of Corey Sandhagen kind of just like, or actually Cejudo first, because Marias can't take that forward pressure. You know what I mean? Like that's why I bet on Rob Font in that last fight, because he doesn't handle like getting pushed around much. You know what I mean? And like, that's kind of what happened in that Cejudo fight. You know what I mean? Like Cejudo bit guard in that mouth guard in that second round and kind of started chasing Marlon down and made it a dog fight. And Marlon doesn't like the dog fights. You know, I think Marlon's used to bullying people through like his sheer raw power, and he couldn't do that. And now kind of guys kind of know that, and it's like, yeah, for me, I don't think Moraes will be a title challenger ever again now.
Mm-hmm. And even like outside the bantamweight division in the UFC, you know, like they have a lot of talent, like Kyoji Horiguchi, Juan Archuleta, like, and there's like, so I think 135 is not only the most stacked division in the UFC, but just in the sport of MMA right now. There's so many good names, so many dominant champions in the sport, you know, just in itself. So 135 is a Shark Tank right now.
Yeah, you mentioned names like outside of it too. You got to think O'Malley, I believe, is still in it. Yeah, O'Malley, TJ Dillashaw is still coming in. Like he hasn't like restarted himself. You had Henry Cejudo who left, who's still picking at fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like that division's just fucking stacked. It's insane, man. Just truly insane. Division. Yeah, is there any bantamweights fighting on this card? Do you guys know? What up, though, to Hayden? By the way, I see you in the comment section there. I don't think there is though. Actually, I looked at it a few times. Here, give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. I'll get on the screen real quick.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on SureDog. If it lets me.
Here, hold on 1 second. I got you. UFC events. Bow. All right, cool. You guys want me to do the prelims too? Or you want to do the main card?
Or whatever you guys want.
Yeah, pretty easy. I got time.
I bet we'll start with the main card. I'll put it on there. I just want to see a little rundown. You know what? Real quick before we jump into this, I wanted to ask you guys real quick because Dana White's made it public. He's going after the streamers. You know what I'm saying? He's going for our pockets, fam. Like, where'd you guys stance on this? I was looking like literally before we went live. I was on the internet trying to find out like what advancements have happened in like cybersecurity because. Just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe find my way around stuff. I won't say I'm necessarily an illegal streamer myself, but in those certain situations. But yeah, what's your feelings on that? Chris, I'm gonna start with you on this one, and I'm gonna go into Jer.
Well, obviously, $70 right now, that's pocket change. You got to think about. No, I'm kidding. $70, like I feel like people are kind of like overreacting with the $5. It's it's just $5. But then again, not everybody's good in their pockets. So and with me too, like I don't like to stream that much. I try to buy every pay per view I can if it's worth it, obviously. But yeah, I haven't been known. I'm not a person to stream it. Maybe I'll stream like the main event, right? Maybe I'll pull it up on Facebook, but that's about it. Like honestly, I'm not much of a streamer myself, but it's definitely gonna hurt the fans all over the world who don't have like a penny to their name.
Yeah, man. And real quick, too, guys, I want to introduce Asher from MMA Brothers Podcast. When I first went live, I was like Dolo, so I was like, oh shit, like I don't know if you guys are coming for sure or not. So I shot, you know what I'm saying? I slid one through to my guy. Have you guys checked out MMA Brothers before? Or?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's good? We talked last week a little bit.
Okay. Jer, how you feel? Are you nervous for you may not buy or purchase in the UFC? You might get caught up by Dana, or how you feel on this?
We'll see. I definitely am guilty of streaming a lot, like a lot, So, but I don't know. I just moved into a new place. So like the McGregor card, I was 100% planning on buying because I wanted to just hype that card. But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of just seeing, I don't know, like Dana kind of talks a lot of smack in regards to that. He's kind of said he's going to come down for years. He's been coming down on the streamers, and for years I've still found a way to stream them, So like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Either way, whatever happens. So I guess I'm financially stable enough to afford it if I want, but it's it does add up though.
Bro, $70 is definitely up there, man. Like, I guess it's only like $70 a month, but at that point it's like a bill on top of footing the fucking ESPN bill.
Can I say one thing? So
yeah,
I think see how you're gonna come down on these illegal streamers at this point in time, because bars aren't open where people can go and watch fights. People that are students, people that are fan of the sport, aren't going out to places where they can hang out with other people, at least not in countries that are obeying all of these social distancing and gathering rules, right? Usually you chill with somebody, you order a pizza, do something, then you be like, all right, let's watch the fight together. And then if you want, someone can buy the pay-per-view, you split it $10 each or whatever. But that's not really an option right now. And you're going to tell me that everybody that wants to watch a McGregor fight is going to pay $70 to watch it? No way. So you're kind of forcing people to legally stream, right? And I kind of get where Dana's coming from. I don't think it's targeting the people that are actually watching it illegally. He's going for the people that are actually hosting these websites, from my understanding, right? Because there's no way he's going to be able to target millions of people individually. So he's going to have to go to these people that are supplying the illegal content. So to them, I say, whatever. But I'm obviously guilty as well of watching stuff, in my apartment.
So we're good to so we're good to go back to our sites as long as we're not the ones providing the content, is what you're saying.
I am 99% sure that's what Dean is referring to. There's no way he's gonna go for each individual person that's watching a stream being like, oh, did you watch this? You didn't pay for it. You're going to jail. Oh shit, my bad. So it makes more sense to go to the supplier than the guy who's
I don't know how my FBI agents gonna feel about this.
Yeah, maybe we should change the topic.
Yeah. Enough illegal talk. I
got these streams, man.
It's I got this bag of streams, man. You want some?
My dime bag of streams, man. I got this shit.
The cops never go for the guy that's taking it; they go for the supplier, right? So that's
true. And it's smart of Dana White too. You cut the problem at the base of it. The root of all evil is people are streaming. But please keep them guys alive and not out of jail so we can get some of these cards for free, man.
Yep.
Well, shit, guys, you want to jump into this card? You guys want to talk about anything else before we hop right into this week's card, or?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Let's do it then. We'll start with Jer. Let me get the card on the screen for you. No, we can start at the very bottom, and I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm not familiar. I know who. I mean, let's have some fun here. Who should I pick on first? Chris,
bro,
can you pronounce his name, bro?
Who does Jer?
You fucking killed it, Jer.
But this fight right here, Dusko and Pune, that's like a fight that I'm most apt for away from the main event match. Two guys that are undefeated, two guys that bring it, and two guys that are huge prospects in the middleweight division. I was kind of sad when I saw this matchup because I don't want to see any of these guys lose, but also very excited because Pune, he's obviously Hawaiian, so I love that. I'm biased to Hawaiians, but he always brings it, But Disco's the kind of guy that's just so well-rounded. He's like that new European elite. Those guys just come in and they're like so well-rounded now. I find that this is a fight that I'm super excited for on the card. And yeah, don't blink. I think it has potential to be played tonight. Obviously, Kattar and Holloway's potential to be played tonight too. But I would say that I think Pune is going to get the knockout, and one of those guys is going to get performance tonight bonus.
Yeah, can you say his name real quick, just so I don't sound like an idiot for the duration of the show when I'm talking about him?
Disco Todoric.
Yeah, Disco Todoric. Did you guys know he knocked
Todorovic.
Todorovic. There you go. I wasn't even gonna attempt it, bro. I would have said some dumb shit. I would have started speaking cursive or something. But He actually knocked out Michelle Pereira. I think only do it. So I'm definitely excited to see him. The other gentleman, can I get a pronunciation on that one, Jer?
Punahele Soriano.
Punahele Soriano, brah. I haven't seen him fight. I see obviously he's undefeated. But I'm gonna go with Torodakovic. I'm just kidding. I know that's not his name, but I can't fucking pronounce that one, man.
Just call him Dusko.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
I need to learn his nickname, or we need to give him a nickname. Dusko sounds sweet, though.
Well, that's people do call him this Dusko.
Okay. It would make sense. People probably call him by his first name. I'm an idiot. I apologize, guys. But Chris, who do you have in that matchup? All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard of these two fighters before. I'm just gonna be truthfully honest. I don't recognize their names. Have they fought in the UFC before?
I know. I was just watching the UFC. They posted a clip of up and coming fighters on their Instagram, and then they had Soriano highlights. He knocked out. I'm trying to remember who he knocked out, but he has a KO in the UFC, so he has fought before. And then Todorovic, he beat Townsend in his last fight by TKO, ground and pound. So what's his name? Deshaun or Daquan Townsend? I forget, but
yeah.
So yeah, those are the two wins for them in the UFC.
Gotcha. Yeah, if they were on the prelims, a couple of months ago, I was working night shifts just like Jer. 8 to 12, or actually 5 to 12, 5 to 1. So I missed a lot of prelims for a lot of events in 2020. So honestly, these names don't sound too familiar. So I don't really have an opinion on who wins this fight.
I feel you.
For me, I just have a feeling that's going to be a good one because both fighters are undefeated. Both fighters are going to want to make a name for themselves, right? It's Fight Island. UFC's back, so they know there's going to be a lot of people watching them. So my guess is that somebody's going to be going to sleep this fight because they both have KO or TKO victories in the UFC. So yeah, if there's a fight that's going to be a finish, I think it's this one based on the KO percentage too. So
somebody's O has got to go.
Somebody's O has got to go.
Some subs here too. Yeah, that's what I'll pull up some stats for you guys to look at too, because I know not everyone's too familiar with these two gentlemen. Next fight, Joaquin Buckley. Is anybody? Because me personally, I'm a little disappointed in this fight just because. Come on now, James Krause versus Joaquin Buckley has got to happen now, man. You guys can't just get us hyped for that shit and just not make it happen. I don't know if they're just trying to protect Joaquin and like let him grow his name. Like I don't know what the hell's going on there. But I'll start this one off with Jer.
Yeah, like I said, the UFC is very particular in how they build guys. And James Krause is a killer, man. James Krause is borderline top 15 in the world right now. And I don't see the UFC wanting to match Buckley up that quick with him. But in saying that for this fight, though, like Alessio Chirico, he's no joke though. He's had like 5 fights in the UFC, I believe. And I know he lost his last one this summer, I think, in Fight Island or wherever it was. But he always brings it. He's kind of guy that comes forward. He's got that Italian fighting style where they grind and they come, you know. So I do think this is a good test for Buckley. But just like you, I'm disappointed because obviously you want to see Buckley against the best in the world, and I do think that he KOs Dutrico.
Yeah, it's what we're kind of waiting for, right? Because he's a rising star. Chris, who do you have in this one? Are you familiar with
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chico?
One of my guys interviewed Buckley, and especially with the Buckley versus Krause matchup, like the Spider-Man meme where like they're pointing at each other. Like I think that's like like who declined the fight, and Krause and Buckley are just pointing at each other. So like I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see that fight, but this fight's made for Buckley to win. The Italian has lost his last 3 fights, and I believe he's probably going to get cut, which obviously sucks. But I think Buckley by knockout or a decision. I don't see the Italian hanging with him for 3 rounds. Maybe he survives. The Italians like a Rocky. They have a lot of heart. So, but I'd have to give it to Buckley.
I'm gonna pick Buckley too. I just think this is one of those fights that the UFC have put together for him just to kind of put more hype behind his name before they put him up against the other top 15 in the division. So it should be an easy, maybe not easy, but it should be a KO TKO victory for Buckley, and then everybody's gonna be posting his highlight on social media. It's like, yo, check out this another KO from Buckley, man. This guy's gonna be the next champ and stuff like that. And that's gonna be circling around a lot. And then, in terms of like fighting Krause and stuff, like I'm sure that's gonna happen at some point. But Dana's just gonna love it, being like, "Bro, did you see Buckley, man?" And then put him on a pay-per-view, like maybe not co-main, but like somewhere on there, and then people are gonna want to pay to watch him and stuff like that. So it's good marketing by the UFC to put him on against somebody that he should win against. So I'm gonna be picking Buckley too.
To be fair though, like because James a weight class like below, right? Like James is 170, if I'm not mistaken. He's welterweight. Mm-hmm. It's like Buckley would kind of be the favorite in that fight, wouldn't he? Or like
middleweight one time.
Yeah, because he stepped up on short notice, right?
Mm-hmm. And he almost won. I mean, he arguably won that fight as well.
No, yeah, definitely. It's just I feel like it's a winnable fight for Joaquin, and like it's fucking hyped up. Like, but I guess Ash is right, bro. We're gonna watch Joaquin regardless because we want to see a knockout. The thing that impressed me most about him too is like, as a fighter, is like, yeah, you can say he's one of those guys that kind of swings heavy. He's looking for like the knockout with every single shot, and maybe like some people may say it's not as skillful. But when you watch him though, he doesn't get tired. You know what I'm saying? That effort and that like, you know what I'm saying, that strength like remains there all 3 rounds from what we've been able to see from him. But yeah, give me Joaquin. He's chucking up another dub on that record, building it up so he can bring it to James Krause, and maybe they charge us $70 for that one. I'd be pissed. Give me 1 sec. All right, next fight. Ponzinibbio making his return against Lee Zhengling. Sure, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna keep it that way too, man. Lead us off on this one. Who you got? Why? And let's talk about Ponzinibbio, bro. He's been gone for a minute. Like, what are we expecting from him?
Yeah, it's like you. I'm super excited to see Pons back in the cage. He left as a top 7. I think he was 7th in the world at his highest before he got hurt, and I think he's been injured for a year and a half or whatever it is. But yeah, like I had that. I think he was that same killer. Like when you take a long time off, you don't if you don't rush back, you're not rushing back for a reason. You want to get 100%. So I feel like he's at that stage right now where he like nursed his injury properly, and he's to come back. And Li Wang, yeah, did I say that right? He's a killer too because he likes to bring it. He's a banger. He likes to come forward. He's has those fun fights. It's kind of fitting for pawns, because he's a killer. So I just think the UFC kind of matched up two guys that are going to bang no matter what. And even worst case, like if he loses and he gives a prospect out of China who would stay right out of it, it's a market they want to tap into badly. But I do see just the experience of Santiago alone is too much around because he's fought the best of the best in a sense, and he's came out victorious every fight so far. So for me, I think he wins by knockout in the first round.
Damn, put the first round boy on him. Chris, who you got?
With this fight, I just I love that Santiago's and he also shares my last name, which is pretty cool. But he's back for the first time in 791 days. This is a very, very great fight. On paper, they're both strikers. They both love to come forward. So it's going to be a matter of who backs down. But with Santiago Ponzinibbio, I just feel like taking that time off. I feel like this is probably the best Santiago Ponzinibbio we're going to see. He might be a little bit rusty, but I believe he finds his way through the shots. I feel like he will get a finish early in the fight because Lee's been knocked out before in the UFC. His chin's, it's kind of questionable, and your chin just cannot be anywhere near Santiago's punches, and especially with his leg kicks too, he's just gonna chop you up. So I feel like maybe an early first or second round TKO by Santiago to get the win and a place in the top 10.
It's sitting there waiting for him. I mean, I feel like it should still be there too, based off of like Ryan Ortega. We witnessed with him be gone for as long as he did, then come in, get a title shot after his first fight. Like, put this guy in the damn rankings. You guys have Robbie Lawler and fucking like guys who losing streaks there. Like, what the hell are you guys doing, man?
Especially Chimaev, where it's like he has, I think, one win at welterweight, and he's already in the top 15. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's and they say the media does these rankings. I don't buy that shit, bro. Who the fuck has Robbie Lawler in their top 10, top 15? You know what I'm saying, for that damn long? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just as crazy to me. And who are these media members, bro? We need to smack them up. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? Or we need to find out what y'all drinking. Is it Speakeasy juice? You know what I'm saying? What y'all on?
You put a Speakeasy in Crown Royal, fam? My Canadian whiskey.
Hey, fam. This ain't free advertisement on this show, fam. This is Speakeasy juice.
Yeah, I gotta get some MMA Island water or something. Like, just put my brand on there. Boom.
Boom.
MMA Island, Fight Island. You could do something with that,
No free advertisements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Island Punch. There we go. Island Punch.
Island Punch. There you go. Hey, you guys heard it here first. I'm copyrighting first. Fuck you. I'm joking.
But yeah, in terms of what does your hat say? King?
King, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say in terms of this fight, like Ponzinibbio, like we all said, like he's coming back from after a 2-year layoff or whatever it's been. He's pissed. He's been telling the UFC and Dana like, "Yo, how are you gonna match me up with somebody that's not even ranked, right? Like I should be fighting in the top 5, like one fight away pretty much from a title shot." Li Jingliang, he's somebody that's actually been in the UFC since 2014. For some reason, I felt like he's been a prospect or something, but he's just been around for the last 7-8 years in the UFC, which is kind of crazy that he's been around that long. But he's somebody that has had some decent fights. The nickname The Leech, what a terrible nickname. And does he have a lot of submissions? Does he have a lot of submissions on his record?
Let me scroll down here real quick.
That would make sense, but I don't think that's the case.
TKO by coronavirus, it says. No playing. I'm playing. Man, he got bodies on the play. He's got
24% submission, right?
Yeah.
So that should not be his nickname. But anyways, yeah, like Ponzinibbio should win this fight, but then again, fighters that come back from injuries and that have, ring rust, that have been out for a long layoff. I wouldn't be surprised if Li Jingliang wins this fight because he's been the more active fighter. He fought last year against Neil Magny, but he lost that fight. But then again, Neil Magny is a huge welterweight, and Neil Magny has shown a lot of improvement over the last 2 years. So I think this fight's going to be way more competitive than people think. Taking 2 years off and then fighting somebody that's been really active. I mean, I know Ponzinibbio is good, but I don't know. I feel like this one might be one of those where you might put some money in the underdog just in case, because it might be a disappointment for Ponzinibbio, depending on how he's going to look, right? So, but I'm going to pick Ponzinibbio. I'm going against what I just said.
Yeah,
so
that's funny. I think you got to go Ponzinibbio. He's a safe bet, and when he was at his peak, I'm saying he was a bad man majama. I'm saying that's it's kind of undeniable. I will say from the fights I have seen from Zhang Lang, he can take a punch, man, and he keeps going forward. It's just kind of his style, but I think Ponzinibbio gets it done because he's a lot of fire under him for this fight, a lot to prove. The kind of disrespect he's been shown by the UFC. Well, who knows? Maybe it hurts him too. Let's see. Jump back into these rankings, guys. I'm sorry, just closing out some other tabs. I didn't put the link in the damn bio on Instagram, man. I'm saving that right now. All right, boom. All right, so on to the next one. We have, look, real quick too. I feel like they could have Ponzinibbio step in to fight Leon. They should have did that, bro, or something. That'd have been sick.
There's no hung up on
What'd you say, Chris?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's Jer. Sorry. What'd you say, Jer?
I said they're so hung up on Leon, so that they don't even look for any replacements. They just want that.
Bro, they are, man. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something against Leon they have.
No, I know why. It's because Dana wants Kamzat to skyrocket, and he doesn't care for Leon, so he's hoping that Kamzat can take that spot, right?
Yeah, but what happens when your boring guy Leon fucking dominates him? Then you're fucked. Well, I guess he is number 3 in the world. It's a big jump.
It's the risk reward, I guess.
It's true. That is true. Yeah. You won't let Joaquin Buckley fight James Crosby. You're fucking letting Kazmat fight Leon. No faith in my man Leon, huh? Dana. But Jer, I'll let you start with this one. This fight I'm low key actually excited for. I won't call myself a hardcore by any means, and I didn't watch when Carlos Condit was a hotter name in MMA, but I know that he was at one point. I know that he fought GSP. Tyron Woodley has spoken highly of him. He all the times brags about beating him, which was, by the way, kind of by a weird little leg kick thing. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? He is a highly regarded guy back in his time, in his prime. And Matt Brown's the fucking savage, bro. I feel like that he has bodies in his fucking basement or some shit. He looks like a killer, man, all around. But I'm pumped to watch this one, Jer. What's your breakdown of this fight? And you guys don't have to do picks if you're not comfortable with them too, because I know we all interview fighters, and I know sometimes fighters can get a little, I don't want to say picky or emotional, but they don't really like when you pick against them. So you guys aren't comfortable. Yeah, so you guys aren't comfortable making picks, but go ahead and give us a breakdown, Jer, and a pick if you will, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm old as fuck, So I grew up with Con, and so Con has been a killer since day one, bro. I remember way back in WC days, he was champion in the WC before he came over to GSP, and yeah, like I said, he had that fight against GSP. Got a head kick in that fight. Almost knocked GSP out, almost finished him. The closest GSP ever been finished in a fight was against Condit. So it shows a testament to how good Condit was at the prime. But in saying that, it's been a sad watch to his decline in the last 5 years. Just like anyone fighting, because he was at the best. Just like Woodley said, he was the peak of the game. He was a killer, but now I just don't see him having that skill. I just have someone like Matt Brown, who's a savage, like I said, who just comes forward the whole time, doesn't let it up. I would have loved to see this fight 5 years ago, but I'm so happy to see it now. But I see him in this present moment. I just feel like Matt Brown has too much power and even just activity. He hasn't been that active, but in comparison to Condit, all Condit has is losses in the last couple years, and arguably the one win he has wasn't a win in my mind. But yeah, so I just think Matt Brown comes forward too much, and I don't know if he gets to finish for sure because Condit's so durable, but I think it's going to 3 rounds.
Yeah, I look back on this week. They were showing the knockout of Diego Sanchez that Matt Brown had. Man, fucking that thing was nasty, man. Yeah, I see you, Chris. Motherfucking bone.
Yeah, this fight is just a war, honestly. Like I feel like this fight probably should have happened like maybe 5 years ago when both of these guys were in their primes. They're still animals, but unfortunately, when you get to that age, you're kind of like a shell of your former self. Not to discredit what these guys have done in their past, but their records haven't looked good as of late. Condit ended that losing streak with I think it was over Court McGee, which was a great fight. Very impressed by his performance. Matt Brown as well. Like, he might have not beat Baeza, but he did knock him down, I believe, in the first round, and he almost finished him. So, Matt Brown still has some hands, like especially with Carlos Condit as well. But yeah, this fight could go either way. It's one of the closest fights I've had to predict, just because their styles are very similar. Uh, I would have to maybe go with Matt Brown on this one. I think this fight. I don't like Carlos Condit on the ground, but I believe this fight stays on the feet, which is kind of irrelevant. But Matt Brown still has some serious power, and I hope his chin holds up. But yeah, I'll pick Brown to win this one.
Yeah, I think it was Eric Anders I spoke with. He's like that power is the last to leave you. Like, that speed goes first, but the power it'll stick around with you a little longer. That's a great analysis. Asher, break this one down for us, man. Who you got?
I I am unbiased. I haven't interviewed either of these guys, so I can say whatever I want, man. They both old. They both shouldn't be in the UFC.
Oh, damn.
I'm giving it to you guys straight, man. Honestly speaking, like both of them, obviously they're at the tail end of their careers, right? I think Condit is a little bit younger at 37 or something. So he's not as old, even though he's been in the UFC for such a long time. But Matt Brown, he's been KO'd a couple times in his last few fights. I know he had like that awesome fight against Baeza, Miguel Baeza, where he almost beat him, and that guy was like an up and coming prospect, right? So Matt Brown still has some fight left in him. I don't know if his last fight before that one is against Cerrone when he got KO'd. I'm not sure if that was his second last fight, but he's been KO'd quite a few times in his last few fights, which is a little bit concerning, right? So once you start getting into that streak, then I'm like, eesh, man, I don't want to see him get KO'd again, right? So, but if there's somebody that they could match him up against, it's Carlos Condit. Carlos Condit was in a streak of like I think 3 or 4 or 5 losses in a row or something like that, and then like he won his last fight, like MMA Island said, against Court McGee. So he looked good in that fight. This is obviously a good fight for both of them talent wise. I do think that Carlos Condit is going to try and take it to the ground because Condit's jiu-jitsu is pretty nasty. And I don't know if I don't think Matt Brown has a lot of wins via submission. So I think that's a place where Condit could take the fight to gain an advantage if it's not going well for him on the feet. So I think I'm going to be picking Condit to win this fight. Like you said, that elbow on Diego Sanchez was nasty, right? But that was like what 4 years ago. It was like a fatality elbow, bro. Like that, I've never seen an elbow like that bad. Like the Junior Dos Santos one versus what's his name, Cyril Gahn. That was kind of like similar, but it wasn't as vicious because the Matt Brown one was even in the next level. That was at 170, and they're not heavyweights. So shout out to Matt Brown for that elbow. But yeah, I'm going to be picking Carlos Condit to win this one, I think. Maybe via submission, like second or third round.
Okay. Jared, did you have anything you're about to add to that? You think you're about to say something?
No, I disagree. Everyone has pretty good sense of and yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Carlos Condit, if he can get in the ground, I think that's where his chance to win is. But like I said before, I think Matt Brown's going to be too much on the feet. He's going to have to be too aggressive, and he's going to use the sprawl out, and he wins.
I think I might have fucked my mic up.
Elbow.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is that I don't understand why the UFC is so picky sometimes when it comes to cutting certain fighters, because these guys I know that I understand they have legacy, I understand they have brand name and stuff, but it's like, how are you gonna cut a man like Yoel Romero who was coming off a title shot against Izzy? Yeah, it wasn't like the best fight, but like you're gonna say, oh no, he was kind of on a losing streak, but he just fought for a title. Then you have these guys that have been in the UFC for God knows how long, and they've been losing not to like the top 10, top 15 guys, kind of on the fringes of being ranked, and then they're still in the UFC. So it's like, what kind of status or what criteria are they basing off these cuts off of? I don't understand it, but
I think
anyways.
I think with that though, what it come down to is like how much Yoel was making, because he was like a premier guy. You know what I'm saying he was making like the big bucks. Like when you're paying him that much and he's taking L's and he is 40, you're not really advocating for like a 40-year-old champion. All due respect to all the 40-year-olds who may be watching or at some point, but I think it's a check. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it was.
Mm-hmm. And Yoel's arguably won his last 4 fights. I mean, you have that war against Whitaker, Costa, and Izzy. Those 3 decisions were pretty close. So you could arguably say that he won his last 4 fights, I believe.
Were you gonna say anything to that, Jer?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's for sure. That I actually didn't run that through my head. His last 4 fights are really questionable as far as like wins. I mean, I don't think so, as much with Izzy because inactivity, but versus Whitaker, I was actually kind of pissed that he didn't win that fight because I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, get this guy fucking like doing ballet dances in the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, man's feeling a little woozy there a couple of times. But main event, man, and I'll probably go back to the big screen for us on this one because I feel like everybody knows who these guys are. I don't need to have the records or whatnot on the screen, but I'll flash them real quick if you guys want some stats. Not many submissions in this matchup. Motherfuckers going for that on this one. But Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. Jer, down for us, my guy.
Yeah, man, this is a fight that I'm really, really amped for. You know what I mean? It's like it has potential to be fight of the year already, and it's the first card of the year. So that's always exciting. But for me, Max, like how do you pick against Max right now? Even though I think Calvin Kattar is going to be champ one day, I just don't think it's right now. But for me, how do you pick against Max? Because for me, Max definitely won that last fight against Volkanovski. So it's like, how do you pick against somebody who hasn't been losing? Like in my mind. But Kattar's kind of that guy that he has that power. He has that heavy hand. So it's like his style is very fitting to be able to beat someone like Max. But I think from what Max has shown in the last 7 years in the UFC, he has a volume and pace that not many people can match. And until I see him lose handily, I'm gonna have to pick Max. You know what I mean? It's like kudos to Volkanovski in that last fight because he adjusted in those first 2 rounds. Max took for sure, but so kudos to Volkanovski. He adjusted and he got the decision. So that's all I can do. But I just, like I said, I don't see Kattar being able to handle that volume of Max. The only thing that worries me is Max isn't sparring in the last two training camps. He sparred, and that's like, as someone who's trained their whole life, like sparring's everything, But also, he's had so many fights in the UFC that it's like, how important is sparring? You never know, right? So, but for me, just the volume from Max and just past history shows that no one really can compete that. So I'm gonna go with Max in this one. Via decision.
Okay. Chris, MMA Island.
With this next fight, I love this fight. I like to say that, I'm a friend of the New England Cartel. Tyson Chartier has one of my shirts, so I think I have to go with Kattar on this one. But the thing about Kattar is that he does have a kryptonite. With the leg kicks shown in the Moicano fight. He just didn't look too good in that fight. So, if Holloway chops up that lead leg, I definitely think Kattar's going to have a long night. I believe Ige won a round against Kattar as well. So, but I think Kattar's comfortable with going 5 rounds. His conditioning looks really good. I think he would beat Zabit if that main event was 5 rounds. So, I think Kattar's up there with the best of the best. But Holloway's his first, I guess, top 3 test, right? So, I think it's gonna be back and forth. I don't think it's gonna be like a lopsided fight. but I think Kattar barely edges out a decision against Max Holloway, and hopefully people don't scream robbery at the end of this one.
I hope not, man. That'd be, yeah. Let me get me going on that one.
I mean, I think Volkanovski won both fights, but that's just me.
Hey, you know what? Well, we're gonna jump you, okay? Me, Jer, Asher, we're gonna find out where the fuck the MMA Island is, and we're coming. Goddamn it, I'm playing. Asher, who you got, man? I'll break it down. I apologize. I keep
no, I'm not gonna go too ham on this one because everybody knows who these fighters are. Max Holloway, 10th Island. He loves Toronto. That's my city. So like I'm obviously a little bit biased towards Max, but at the same time, obviously Kattar has been on a roll. Like you said, he does have some weaknesses, and that leg kick, maybe Max Holloway is going to be targeting that, trying to hit that front leg, because I don't think Kattar ever switches stances. He's always like in an orthodox style. I've never really seen him like switch to southpaw and stuff, because Max is always like switching, right? Like he'll be one way, then he's another way and stuff, and he can fight both ways, no problem. So Kattar is a little bit traditional in the way he fights. One thing I will say about Max Holloway is I don't even think I've seen Max Holloway get knocked down. Has he ever been knocked down before?
I just saw that he's never been knocked down.
Hurt him, but he hasn't been knocked down before.
Yeah, because Dustin Poirier was hitting him with like the hardest punches I've ever seen in my life. But like Max is just like, he was wobbling all over the place, but he's like, hey man, I'm not going down. So if Dustin Poirier could hit Max that hard and not fall, I don't think Kattar is going to be able to put him out. I'm just saying. So it's going to be a war, because Max Holloway ends up finding himself in fights like that, as you've seen at the Lamas highlights. He doesn't mind to stand and bang and stuff. But like, I find it very hard to believe that Kattar is going to knock out Max Holloway, unless this weight cut is just becoming too much, unless he's taking a lot of shots to the head, which he has. So there are some things that are not in Max Holloway's favor, but it's a 5-round fight. Max has been there, done that so many times. Cardio is not an issue for him. Calvin Kattar, I don't know if he can go that deep at the same pressure that Max Holloway can. So I do have a feeling that if it goes into the 4th and 5th rounds, it's going to be Max Holloway all day, every day. So I'm going to be picking Max Holloway to win this one, probably via decision, because I think Kattar is tough. I've not seen him get KO'd or TKO'd. Maybe he has, but Kattar is tough. He's going to hang in there, but he's probably going to lose a unanimous decision by the end of the night. That's my bet.
Yeah, Kattar's a tough son of a bitch, bro. I from the Ige fight, I think from one of the interviews or post fight, he actually accepted the Ige fight like while he still had a broken nose from the Jeremy Stevens fight and whatnot. I was like, this is fucking like psychopath. And he's a savage, man. I love watching those guys out of the New England cartel. I think, and first and foremost, like, let me say, like, I fuck with Max, and I pulled this out on Asher before too. I just gotta say, it's a fucking featherweight. Go, baby, let's go. But I will say, Kattar scares me, man. His boxing is fucking phenomenal. All those guys up there out of that camp, New England cartel, boxing, hands, just fucking like they're so precise and accurate, man. So I definitely think Kattar has a skill set to be the first one to knock down Max, and then Max has absorbed a lot of strikes like throughout his career. But we can't forget, bro. This guy in this fucking picture, bro, is a fucking Energizer bunny, man. Fucking this guy in the octagon, the other guy in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? No Kobe Covington, but fuck yeah.
You're talking about the octagon. You're talking about you, and then you're talking about the bedroom. You're talking about Max Holloway, right?
but yeah, I think I hate to do this too, man, because I definitely want to land that interview with Calvin one day. But I think Max is like you guys said, if it goes into those deeper rounds, you got to go with Max. He's arguably the GOAT of that division. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't.
Although.
You just hate Max. That's what I can see it now.
You can't hate Max.
I think you're a Max hater, bro. You said Volkanovski won both of those, and now you're saying that Aldo's the GOAT, even after he lost twice decisively by TKO against Max Holloway. Right. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I think if Calvin wins, it's going to be an early result of it. If Max takes it, that's obviously a decision. That's usually how his stuff goes, unless he's TKOing Jose Aldo. But yeah, I'm fucking pumped, bro. When Chris was talking, I couldn't help but to smile. I was trying to hold back my smile the entire fucking time because I didn't want to distract you. But I'm fucking pumped for this fight. What were you gonna say, Jer?
I lost the train of thought, bro. Sorry.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're good, man. Hey, when you find it, feel free to speak up, man. I'm fucking just pumped for this fight, dude. Like, bro, Max Holloway, he's one of my favorite guys to watch. Just because like he's nonstop pace, and obviously Cater's super fucking skilled, and I feel like he can put anyone away at the division just because his boxing is so superb. I'm just pumped, dude. Yeah, the fucking bow. Oh my god, that bow against Jeremy Stevens. The announcers called it a fucking cross or jab. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so fucking quick, but it was his elbow. He just snuck it into his fucking face and his brain.
And imagine if that second punch landed like after the elbow, like Stevens would still be sleeping to this day.
To this day.
To this day.
Well, shit, guys. I know you guys all do interviews. I know you guys all do shows. We'll go one by one. I guess I'll try to keep it the same order. Anything coming up? I'll start with Jer.
I'm actually releasing an interview with Brad Tavares tonight. I'm going to re-edit it as soon as I get off this call here. And so Brad Tavares' review will come out tonight. And then I got Drew Dober next to Ian Hanish and Curtis Blades. And so that'll be like the end of my month type deal. And then Clarissa Shields will be the end of my month as well.
Nice.
Hell yeah. It's fucking killer, bro. MMA Island, Chris.
Next, right? So for me, I'm able to work with Street Beefs directly. So they're giving me exclusive access to interviewing all of their fighters. We got the main guy, Chris, Scarface. We're going to be interviewing him soon. But first week of 2021, I was just like really lazy with interviews. But this week, starting on Sunday, last Sunday, I got back into it, and I just love getting back on the grind. I got Sam Alvey for tomorrow. We're gonna ask him about his partaking in the Capitol with the podium. He looks exactly like the guy. So I gotta ask him about that. So, but yeah, besides that, I don't have too much interviews lined up right now for this week.
For sure. Ash, I know you always hit us with the breakdowns. You and Daryl. I know he's not here with us right now. Man, he's never showing up, man. That's our little brother, man. We gotta go beat him up, man. Can't beat up both of us,
man. I gotta beat him up. But yeah, in terms of me, like we are trying to do more local related content because obviously we know for some of the bigger channels it is easier for them to get the fighters. So as we grow, we know that the local promotions that we work with near the Toronto area, they've kind of suffered during COVID. So they haven't really had too many fights booked and stuff like that. So we're hoping once this whole back to reality vaccination process comes back again, then we're going to be able to start interviewing fighters as they start getting fights booked and stuff like that. So that's something that we're looking forward to for the rest of the year pretty much. But in terms of any recent interviews, we don't have anything on the calendar right now, but obviously going to continue hitting you with those post fights, the previews, and then letting you guys know what we think about what's coming up in the UFC. So
awesome.
For sure, man. Definitely gonna hop on one of those again too, man. I love kicking it with you and Daryl. Well, shit, fellas, this was fun. I'll definitely now do it again if you guys want to. Fucking, I named it. I think I put in the title of the MMA Big Show, bro. Some pretty prominent up and coming names on this screen right now, man. Shouts out to all you guys, man. I'm a motherfucking Grizzly. But I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Anything else you guys want to bring up real quick or no?
Yeah. I just wanted to say one thing. Volkanovski beat Max Holloway twice. 50-45 the first time, 48-47 the second time. I think that's around 8 rounds out of 10. So Volkanovski is the GOAT, actually. So yeah.
Yo, what? You're MMA Island. Can I block this guy? I know I'm not a big Instagram dude, but I might have to block him, bro. I'm gonna DM him and then say, "Yo, I'm gonna block you right now." Then block him, just so he knows that I can't block him.
I'll be waiting for that.
Me. I'm blocking you. Shit! If I'm
saying
if
I block you first.
I'm just joking. I won't do the blocking thing.
He's like, no, wait, no,
don't block me, man. Don't block me.
Hey, what's your at?
MMA Brothers Pod. MMA Brothers Pod.
Gotcha.
All right.
If I'm throwing the last words.
Okay, I'm blocking you. Okay.
Blocked. Oh, okay. All right, man. That's pretty much it for me. I don't have anything else to add. Like, obviously, I'm excited. It's been pretty shit to just like not have any fights for the last few weeks. I've been like an addict, just chilling, like, when's the UFC coming back, bro? You know. So I'm finally excited that we got some fights this weekend to watch. So yeah, let the content continue to roll. That's it for me.
For sure. One last words, man. Schmo, get your shit together. Quit ducking me, bitch. I'm playing. I'm sorry for the B word, Schmo. You know what I'm saying? I had to throw it in there, though. All right, guys. I'm wrapping this one up. I'm in the broadcast. We can still chit chat afterward if you want. It don't matter.